When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go off, go off, go off. When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go off, go off, go When you're running out of luck, need to get unstuck, so go off. When you're up against the wall and you cannot fall, so go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go off, go off, go off, go off, go off, so go off, go
The train's passing by our bedroom window. It feels like the writing's on the wall.
Obviously, Toro down feels bad. Definitely can't be losing this round as Arnie's found a one. Arnie, man, you can imagine. And actually, this aggression for V-Main has caught up to Ego here. They've lost too much fight.
It's to be expected, but the grip wall is a slow. And Hunter trying to find some taps, but BP on the classic and finds the kill. Good trade, but they're not clearing the angle. Presso. A double kill from him. Fight. Spectre fight.
Hello and welcome to the Valorant Draft Circuit, to the VDC. It is time for another grand finals, and tonight we take everyone to the top. We are going to the premier finals tonight. My name is Childerose. Joining me for at least map one is Mechatronic on the cast. Mecha, are you excited for this finals?
I am extremely excited for this finals. We get to see Premier, which is always fun. You get to see players at the top of the tier, plenty of players in Immortal, newly ranked Ascendant. Really good players, and we get to see them play in some organized play that we've seen them playing in the entire season. always good, and these are obviously what we found is the best of the best as the season went on. Teams continue to win. Samurai and Anti-Tilt both obviously making playoffs and getting here to the finals.
I think you've got your CSC mixed up again, Mecca.
What'd I do?
You called a team Samurai. We don't have a team called that here.
Oh,
it is Heroic Gyros of the Omnipotent Sandwiches who will be opposing Team Ego of Anti-Tilt. And as we're getting into Agent Select here, well, I guess we'll delay this till map 2, but getting into Agent Select here, these two teams both fought their way through the semifinals just recently, and the Heroic Gyros, number 2 seed, took down Inferno 2-1. Team Ego took down the first overall seeded Royal Flush, also 2-1, and that brings them here. This is a best of 5 finals. Haven here is, of course, our first map, which was picked by the Heroic Heroes. And side selection was, of course, done by Team Ego, who I believe chose to start on the attack side.
That sounds correct. Something I want to point out very quickly before we get through into the match. There's a Phoenix on the attack side. This is new. Ever since the Phoenix update, where we had the flashes went a little bit quicker, Phoenix has been deemed semi kind of viable, and we're seeing that now. It's on some maps, specifically Haven, Phoenix has been seen as viable, so we're seeing it come in, which is in stark contrast to the Reyna from the other side. We actually have very little overlap between the two comps, only realistically the Chamber.
Which, if you didn't see a Chamber on any map that isn't split, really, you're kind of trolling. So we do see the Chamber come through for both sides, otherwise completely mixed comps. And the Heroic Heroes, who start on defense here, not a very defensive comp for them. Yeah, they have the Chamber, but I don't traditionally associate any other agent on their team with defense, not since the Jet nerfs. No, meanwhile, for Ego, more of a balanced comp, I think.
Yeah, no, they're looking for aggression here. They're looking to win out a lot of rounds on attack side, and Haven realistically is the map to do it on. There's having there be 3 sites, right, means that it is a little bit more attacker sided. And it means that it's a little bit easier for the attackers to just get onto a site and be able to hold it. The Sky Flashes, Omen utility, having 2 duelists, as long as they're actually being duelists, right, you have a lot of utility going into a site.
Early garage clear from Team Ego. They're going to back off. Happy might try to take a duel here. Just some shots coming his way.
Has anyone done the happy with 1D comment yet?
No. No. Oh, Arnie, though, with the Headhunter, has just found Achu on the other side towards A. Meanwhile, though, Maz getting aggressive, so that'll make it a 4-on-4, but the site is being hit quickly. It's going to be on to Suni here to try to defend it. Finds the first. Nobody positioning. Vincent will find 1 and will find 2. That's going to be the site opened up. Spike should be going down, but a couple of these players are low. Can Maz get away?
Yeah, really low health.
Spike
Low health on the K, low health on the Fade, and that's the Asher, the only one with any health going down now.
Maz on 150, has to take the 1v2, takes the first. Vincent here, last alive, half health. Maz on full, swings out, wins out the duel. The first round will go to the Heroic Heroes, who take, on the back of Maz, taking 3. So the traditional Reyna pick already paying off. That 150 health, obviously a juggernaut to fight against on the pistol round, and it works out for him.
Yeah, no, good pistol round, good start. There's nothing more you can say, right? We're going to see a buy-up into weapons from the... honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see if we saw some buy-up on both sides. But from the looks of it, looks like AT is not going to buy anything this round. Save through. The Vandal, though, on the Reyna. Truly playing this like a Reyna. No abilities, light shields. Vandal going to try and just out-duel here, which I think is actually probably the best bet against just classics.
Ego having an early strategy here. They're already running into Garage. They're going to run into Happy with the Spectre and Maz with the rifle. One already down, trying to spray through. Can't find it. They're actually nice trade by Vincent, and Arnie's actually found a pick. I was going to start saying things shouldn't be going their way. Maz able to pull out the Ghost and live. Things are starting to get interesting there for the Heroic Heroes, but they should be able to stabilize. Spike's in Vincent's hands. It's going to be onto Arnie on the Chamber to try to get stuff done. Actually, he's going to find Maz just running by him. Going to get the kill. Will.
One enemy
Second
remaining.
challenger. does get the trade, so things back in their favor. It's all on to Vincent here. I think collected a Spectre at least and had the Sheriff. Less than full health though. The Heroic Gyros have no idea where he's at.
That's a good plant over on C, total opposite side.
Where
Gonna get the
are
plant money. Has the... Oh my goodness. Cannot remember
Haunt.
Fate utility names. Has the Haunt out early. This is a really good flank.
Timing. This is all a matter of timing.
Will
He does catch it, but Suni with the better aim just takes him down. More health as well. Comes in clutch there. So a scary one for the Heroic Heroes, but they will convert their second round, go into the bonus without much of a bonus, though the Vandal's still alive.
Vandal's still alive that's the most important part. Everything else they had was Spectres and stuff. I mean, you're gonna rebuy it anyway in 2 rounds. But that Vandal alive is really important.
Maz has actually just bought another Vandal as well. I'm interested to see. They might want to get aggressive here in terms of their buy, maybe? Or was the Vandal handed over? It didn't look like it, but I might just be wrong.
No, I believe there are 2 Vandals out, and everyone else... 2 Vandals, 2 Classics, and 1 Spectre. I think it's actually kind of a weird position right now, the way that the buys are working. Obviously, full rifles here for Ego.
Bring them down.
They're on the 3rd round, historically. 3rd round, you've got a...
They're ready for this. There's mid-aggression coming in from the Euros. Oh, they were just ready for one, though. Achu as well has gotten super deep. It was a 1-for-1 trade with Happy, who I don't think was able to collect a rifle.
Ooh, Vincent
Got
could
them-
be spotted out here. This is really, really good for Masu. The question is, do they check this deep corner?
Yeah, this is all sorts of weird timing games, and he does turn on it. Vincent's going to go down. That is a rifle picked up. Happy as well. Gets a shot onto Cresso and has to run away. And now Achu's just taking fights in the spawn. It's making things very uncomfortable for Ego. Taped is just flanking. This round is getting very strange very quickly. We're going to see where the fights go. Maz might just get caught gun out. Will not get caught gun out, but will get caught. Cresso will also find Happy. Things starting to stabilize for Ego. Still, though, Lurkers in the trees. The Spike should get onto C and should be able to go down finally.
That wall's a little bit flubbed there. It was trying to clear off the CT angle, but it won't be able to.
30 seconds
Didn't
left.
need to.
Spike planted.
Let's see what Asu can do here with this rifle. So you can see the barrel. Should
Oh,
have.
he sees
He's
one, he sees two.
One
Gets
enemy
swung
remaining.
on, will get traded out, but D-Teats is there. Now in the 1v1, turns the flash. Spider just peeking out, has another flash, pops it. Should get the better angle, yes, does. Not the better angle, the better vision.
So here's
He's not ready for the second flash, but the round does go over to Ego.
Here's the important bit that we just got from that, right? That round, if you're Heroic Heroes, right, you're not supposed to win that round. It's the 3rd round of the game. They have a full buy on you. You don't, right? So the way that they started that round was 2 Vandals, the saved over Spectre, and a Frenzy and a Classic. And the Frenzy from Asu did a lot of work to be a thorn in the side and just annoy the hell out of the other team, right? That's all the job of the Frenzy, and then after the Vandal, it was the positioning of the Jet that all it needed to do was annoy, and it did that to a really good degree, meaning that the economy for both teams is kind of in a weird place now. Because while Heroes didn't win the round, they're going to be full rifles this round. They'll have plenty to work with. And while Ego did win the round, they lost 4 weapons, dude.
There's been, as you were saying all that, the hit immediately came onto Long, but there's still a player. Oh, Arnie just takes a head off as well. This is so weird. There's players flanking players because Suni's still on Long and has actually just taken one down. It's down to the 2v2 now. DT's only on the Sheriff. You mentioned that economy being weird, and Spider can see his head and takes it off. Benson low health. It'll be on to Suni now. That player that was Long just never left Long. This isn't really a flank because Team Ego never took Long. The Haunt just spots him out. Doesn't have a flash until a few more seconds here. Has to find both. Doesn't just peek around far enough. Gets spotted by Vincent. Takes a ton of damage. Suni's just got to turn tail and run. And is going to get executed. Ego managed to take the 4th off of the back of a really dangerous bonus round.
That's actually huge.
That does hurt. Yeah,
that's
that
actually
does hurt.
really big. Can we have a we don't have observer contact. Can we have a look at the scoreboard if the observers can theoretically hear us? I want to see money because now we're in a really, really weird place, right? Because It's been people surviving by just the like very very small amounts here. Like that's a Bucky in the 5th round of the game. It's tied up, and there's sheriffs and Bucky by basically pistol round again. Just
Thankfully for
better.
Ego, they do have the tour de force on. Like DT, how does he live from that? How did that miss? All right, all kinds of weirdness. But thankfully for Ego, like I was saying, they do have the tour de force to balance out the economy a little bit. With just one player surviving each round, this is definitely thin. Even behind that, Achu even catches a timing. Won't manage to find enough shots to take Abe down, but that was a lot of damage that has to be healed up with the hot hands. Actually, you might somehow avoided taking more there as they're going to storm onto site. Cresta will find Achu with the Sheriff, but gets traded by Maz, and that should be site take completed. Vincent wants to peek out and actually does manage to find the timing for 1 for 2 as well. Could have easily gone down there. That looked like an overextension on the mini-map, but it just works out for him. Things should be in control of Ego now.
You say that, but every round has been close, right? And just leaving up only Sunni with just the Sheriff and the Bucky sounds like a recipe for disaster, and it is. So we'll get taken out. This is the first clean round we've had since we've had guns.
Yeah, this is the first remotely clean round. Because, you know, Heroic Heroes, you would have thought going into that 4th round, they'd have a good bit of money. But like we were talking about, they forced up a lot in their 2nd round and their bonus. So their money was also terrible.
The scoreboard!
Does anyone have fun?
Wow, look at the money on Team Ego, right? 3 rounds in a row, even with surviving with little people. They still have 3 players that'll have buys the next 2 rounds if they lose this round, right? Arnie, Spider, and Vincent all have plenty of money. 8-Bit and Cresto could be dropped. They're in a really good place right now.
For sure, that Tour de Force is definitely chipping in a little bit in the last round as they want to go towards A. Early utility exchange so far. They're being pinned into short. Double hole here as well. The null command, though, coming through. It looks like they want to go forwards, and they will. Spider wants to be the first point of contact. The curveball comes around. There's actually just 3 players on site. Nobody's gone down. Now the finally trades come through, and it's good for Ego. They're going to be able to get the spike planted, and it's going to be 3 on the retake
Spike planted.
for the side of the Heroic Heroes.
Up and over.
2.
1 enemy.
Oh, he
Does
sees
spot
one, and he
one,
takes him out.
does-
That was the player. Meanwhile, Happy found 2 from short. I didn't even catch that flank.
No charges
It's
left.
all on to Arnie on long. Has to peek into the smoke as well. He's just getting spammed down. He's spamming into the smoke. Can't find anything. Achu's just going to dash on him. Where did Happy come from?
Heaven, I think.
He was short, wasn't he? He found 2 kills in short.
You know, it was either Heaven or short. It wasn't main, I can tell you that for certain.
I didn't think there was a flank, but he must have flanked because he was...
My mind was very much on the double up draft knife kill from
Oh, for sure. That's why I didn't notice either. And you were mentioning, I don't think they can buy 2 rounds in a row. Ego had the buy here, but look at their money now. We got 0 on Spider, only 2K on Arnie. He'd be able to buy in the next if they really needed to, but they don't have a big loss bonus yet.
I had a little bit more faith in the loss bonus, I'm going to be honest here. They'll have some sort of buy in the next round. They won't be totally penniless. Oh, but Apex is just in such a bad place. They know exactly where he is. They're just that's not
Vincent though actually managed to contain that. That was a double push down mid by the Heroic Heroes, but they end up losing 1. Ape loses all his hit points, but he can heal some of those back up, still be useful in the fight. Vincent's also very low, so a couple of players below full health, but they still have the numbers advantage. And look at where Arnie's gotten to. Oh, DT's just managed to get around the corner.
Yeah, but if you're a champion, though, you cannot over-aggress that far. You take the space that you've gotten, and that's it. You're looking for these people rotating through the defending spawn right now.
Spike planted.
Get them? That's a totally different question. Oh, he looks like he's going to peek out.
Stealing sight.
He's not. Okay, so full retake now. 4v5, technically, right? Vincent on, like, a whole 2 HP or something.
Abe's also coming through late, but it looks like the hit's about to come through from the Heroic Heroes, and they're about to get shot in the back, so they have to do this quickly. Flash is coming through. Spider on the anti-flash. That haunt saw everybody. Everybody's just getting shredded. It's all on to DT. It's 1v2 time running against him. Has to take Abe first and will. It's down to Vincent. Only on 10 hit points, though. That 10 HP might come back to bite. So it is marked by the Prowler, and the spray from Vincent wasn't good, but it was good enough. Ego turn CT into a firing range. They're going to take that round. They're now up 4-3.
Yeah. That's all I have to say on that. Okay, so even with winning that round, right, Spider is still going to have an issue buying. Looking probably a Spectre, maybe a Guardian drop from Vincent. On the other side of it, Gyros are on nothing, right? They're on a save here. They're on a little bit of a force maybe. They want to make sure they have something. Happy and DTs are gonna have a little bit of a tough time.
Joke's over.
And
You're dead.
Achu, they're a little bit low on money, and especially because of that. Ooh.
There goes one of the biggest threats in the round. The Headhunter's down. Maz will find... Run it back. Will find a second as well. Dismisses into the smoke. Should be able to get away with this. It's going to even things up at a 4v4. Achu finds one. It's another trade. Scissors as well coming in for the defense. I believe Arnie has to even TP away. Maz is just a force with this Sheriff. They've been pushed completely on site. Or off site. Recovers a Spectre and sprays down Arnie. What is happening here?
3 in the round already for Maz.
Team Ego had...
And they know about this rotate.
Yeah, they threw in the run it back early. Now Cresso's going to think this is a safe site. Runs out.
No,
Actually,
they hear
he's so smart taking all this space. Yeah, they hear one, and they've taken all the space. It's going to be huge, but it's a temporary 3v1. If they walk out of the smoke, they should be able to find the trade. Aped, though, providing the assistance. Cresso finds the first. Cresso finds the second as well. Achu now outflanked, outgunned. Cresso pulls it back with 4. Team Eagle will take their 5th off of that, but that, again, these rounds are so scary.
Every single round right now is a round of, like, a streaky play. Right, that's what it feels like, right? We had Maz at the beginning with the Sheriff. We had Cresso to end out the round. A couple rounds ago, we had a Ped, right? Like, it feels like every single round is just one player going a little bit of a hot streak. And I feel like it needs to be... We need to start seeing a little bit more consistency from both teams, to be fair, because Ego is winning these rounds, but it ain't by much, right? Like, I feel like
not by much, but a round's a round. I almost kind of mentioned that third round for the Heroic Heroes where they almost converted the bonus. Sometimes that's a bit of a bait, because if you get that close, it becomes more frustrating that you lost than, you know, the insane economic damage they did kind of feels worse. Because, you know, usually you kill 3, you're like, oh yeah, pretty good bonus round. But if you kill 4 and you had the chance in the 1v1, sometimes it can get you like a little down. And maybe they've been a little off since then. They won the 1 round, but maybe some momentum that went Ego's way.
All right, just taking pot shots up along. This is some aggression from, I believe it is
Happy.
Taking that back.
That's Happy.
That's Happy.
He finds Vincent as well, looking the wrong direction. Saw that kill on the minimap on long. Aped trying to take some space now. And whoa, Happy's way back in mid. Got his way out of short.
Spike down.
As now
Mid.
takes down Spider as well. This aggression from the Heroic Heroes is
that.
starting to pinch.
Yeah,
One
you
trade,
heard-
but
30 seconds
not enough.
left.
Oh, Maz is dead. This round doesn't stop. Sorry, Mecca. I want to give you a chance to talk. Achu, though, will take down Cresso. It's all onto the 11 health Arnie. Achu's just going to peek with the right clicks, and we'll close this one out. That everyone was flanking everybody there. That got really weird.
Yeah, Happy made a little bit of a mistake there. He stepped into the Phoenix wall for a second. Phoenix heard the burn. What wasn't like specifically looking for it, but it was something in the Phoenix's head there of just like, oh, someone's close. They stepped in the wall. They got burnt a little. Which is always, you know, good information. So it was a nice little easy kill for Rapid there to try and get something through.
Are the Euros not buying? Okay, no. Achu does have a gun. I was a little curious there, but the Tour de Force is also coming out from Happy. 4 to 5 in this map. It's been very close all the way, and the scoreline's still reflecting it. And remember, this is the first map of a best of 5, so might have a long way to go in this series. AT taking garage and mid control right now, but Vincent putting some pressure towards short, and it does look like this buy is weaker after all those close rounds. Didn't take much to break the economy. They do have control of garage right now, but Happy with the Tour de Force finds one, finds 2, still off screen. Finally finds the 3rd as well. DT is going to find Vincent. It's all onto Arnie, who with the off angle finds 1, but is traded away. And that's a clean round from the Euros on the defensive side, anti-eco.
Yeah, no, a really... this match is close, right? Scoreboard reflects it. Score reflects it. Just if you're watching the stream, the eye test reflects it, right? Sometimes you're watching games, right, and you see that like you're confused why the score is so close, and it looks like one team's making mistakes. But here, it doesn't look like that. But like if you look at the kills across the scoreboard, right, everything's like basically mirrored across both sides, right? Maybe Mass is a little more, and maybe Spider has a little less, but everything's the same. And right now, the buy from Ego is a little bit rough.
Yeah, I saw light armor, but they do have the Tour de Force, which is just tagged Maz for a chunk of HP.
Yeah, but
Tour de Force is replacing a rifle here, as you do.
they're not really doing much with it.
Found control of Long, but they're actually going to back off. And look at Chu's play to just immediately walk into that smoke. This is so much information for the defense.
Ooh.
Ends up backing out, but still has like full patrol on Long. At least did. Team Ego's completely pivoted to mid though.
Bring them down.
It looks like they want to go in. D-Teeds is the closest player to receive this, but there are a couple other players on angles, and this spray through this wall could be a lot. Oh, Spider's just going to take him out. Suni will find one, but Vincent's good for the trade. Achu finds the lurking Arnie. So it's going to be 3v3 on the retake as the null command is ringing from Spider. Happy's already on the flank. Oh, and that Cosmic Divide, that feels like a defensive Cosmic Divide. That's going to force Spider out into an awful position. Cresto can't even hear the spike tap super well. Should find Happy looking the wrong direction, but how does he get back into this? That's his own wall. Time. The defuse isn't going to quite be completed, but it's at half. How does he walk through this? How does he walk through this? He can't spray through his wall. He finds the first, finds the second, but time just ran out on him.
What a
world.
Relevant spray on the ground. I don't know if you caught that, but the crying sage went on the ground right after that round ended. Relevant
that was
content.
Cresso's own
1 second, peeps.
Cosmic Divide. That's usually something you see out of a defensive team retaking B, not the attacking side. Kind of played to his favor a little bit. I mean, obviously found both kills, but he just couldn't. I mean, he couldn't hear the timing of the spike super well. I think he was close enough to hear it, but
I think the biggest issue there was Spider going down from behind. They assumed that Spider was going to be able to flash the wall, take out the chamber, and just be able to sit nice and happily.
And there's a fight going on in short quickly. The Nightfall is going to come through as one goes down for the attack side, but they're just pushing straight through with the run it back. That'll find Suni on the back of site. Spike should be getting planted, but the retake is already here, and we'll see if they want to just pour out. Vincent's alone on site, has to back away. Flash comes through. Space has been retaken by Maz, but he goes down. So does DT's. Things were looking good. The knives on the wall, just a trade. It's all on to Happy.
Huge
just
knowledge
hiding
there.
underneath. Only benefit for Happy is the spike isn't planted. Now Happy is going to be forced to rendezvous out. Are they just trying to take the spike somewhere else, though? Creso doesn't have it. Where's Happy go or Arnie going?
Just going around to short, just trying to get another view on it. But they know where Happy is. I mean, they just heard him.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah, and it looks like he's almost convinced that they're going to rotate away, but he finds the timing.
Oh, he knows.
He knows where Creso is. He knows, but he's taking a ton of damage. He's down to 30 HP.
Yeah, but it's on Creso right now to plant. Creso has to plant this, or he has to get the kill on Happy. Happy can just do nothing right now, and that's okay.
He could catch a timing on Creso here. Stream's getting a little laggy, but he does get some shots. Pulls out the headhunter. Shots go wide again. Both players kind of having to reload, reset. Creso swings out and takes down Happy. It's going to secure a 6-6 half. Feels fitting for the way this map's going.
Yeah, really. I mean, if you wanted it to be closer, I'm sorry. If you wanted it to be more of a stomp, blame Spence.
I should probably play some stars in the astral plane. I should.
For either way, either that he didn't have a good enough team or he doesn't have a bad enough team. I don't know which way you want to blame Spence here, but I find that blaming Spence generally works.
I do want to. Well, I just want to call out real quick during this halftime that both IGLs are both captains are the IGLs, and both captains are currently top fragging. Creso's technically second on the scoreboard, but that's pretty noteworthy, I think, for that half.
I think Creso, like, talking about draft here, right? So what seems like an eternity at this point, right? Creso was high on many GM's boards because the controller, the amount of controller players in Premier, at least at the beginning of the season, there was like 2 controller players that everyone wanted. It was Creso and Shababs. And that was it. Like, at least to the GMs that I talked with, right? It felt like there was a huge disconnect between those two and then everyone else. And Creso was up there because he was such a good fragging, calling controller, right? It wasn't just one tricking Grimstone or something. It was fragging.
Ooh.
It was the entire
Just was
package there, right?
aggressive.
As Maz gets the kill onto a pet.
Yeah, and this is actually going to prompt them to go towards A, which is defended. I have to remember who's on which side. Was that Arnie? Or was that... Yeah, that was Arnie. Defended by Arnie, who now is going to re-swing back out. Gets taken down by Happy. No heads were hunted, but... Weapons better for the attack side, and they've now got a 3v5 on the retake. Site's so hard to retake, especially with limited utility, especially with pistols. We'll see what they can do. They have both initiators here. It's going to come back through. It's going to be on to
One enemy remaining.
Site. They find just one, though, and they're just going to get shot down. Heroic Heroes just played close on Site, completely denied re-entry.
Okay, so
They will take that pistol.
I was
Second
gonna say, if I can
pistol-
do
their second
math
pistol to map.
correctly, yeah, that would be both pistols right now to the Euros. So that'll be what, 4 free rounds in total, assuming that they win this one.
Oh, don't
I
say
guess-
that out loud. Don't say that out loud. You know what happens now.
I have no dog in this fight. I can cast a curse whatever I want.
Oh no. But yeah, assuming they win this round, go ahead.
I just like to say I was just also DM'd by Spence. He was upset with the comments I made. I don't care.
Out of charges.
I'm sure he's gonna be more upset if you just cursed his team. Oh. Uh-oh.
Okay,
Alright, we're good.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh my god, the jump.
What is it with everyone in Premier and Master randomly hitting their spacebar? It doesn't matter, though. The aggression from Ego has been completely shut down so far. They still got 2 players pushed up close, but Cresso's going to have to fight 3 somehow, and no, he did not. Spider with the classic, going to have to 1v5. I can't say I've seen this one before. Just the classic?
Just the classic?
Surely not.
Sure.
So it will be that you didn't manage to
Spike
curse the
planted.
Euros here, so your life will be saved from Spence.
Eh.
Spider won't even find one.
Alright. 8-6. Now the question is, okay, so here's the thing, right? If I almost said Samurai again. If the sandwiches can convert this round, somehow, right? If they can take this round with their lessened economy than Ego, win this round, they're in a really good driver's seat position for the rest of the half. If they can't, it goes back to the every other round thing from before, right? That's all it is. Those are 2 choices.
They do have some openings to work into. No, Arnie. I think Arnie's just on the Headhunter.
Yeah, and Arnie's also at half
He's
health.
already tagged. Yeah, I got tagged by the Marshall. That word completely escaped my mind. He doesn't care, though. I mean, if you see him walking down mid on the minimap, he obviously does not care that he is half health.
No, that's okay.
Has taken a ton of space and can hear all these footsteps going down A. Unfortunately for Ego, they're already off site. And
So-
Naz is actually just going to find the first as well. Had the one Vandal for the
planted.
attackers.
Ooh, I like this. I
They
like
have
the
so much control. They have so much control. Achu's going to spring the trap. He finds both. It's
Last
all
player
going to be
standing.
onto these last 2 members. It's all going to be onto Cresso, but he's found 2. Nowhere near enough. Gyros took so much space, and it paid in... I mean, it just paid in spades, and they took that round. They took that bonus, and they are in that driver's seat position.
Remember when I said that if sandwiches win that round, that we start snowballing here, right? If we look at the money, yeah, we've got a full buy on everyone. Asu will probably buy. If not, then he's just going to use knives. Everyone on the other team, sheriffs, light armor, maybe no armor, classics, right? Operator comes out. You know what? Even more overkill. It's going to end up being
Yeah, it
Vandal,
just
but
goes
like,
for the Vandal, yeah.
but here's the thing: this is another round for them, right? And so now you need to just
2 immediate picks as well, yeah.
now you need to start questioning, right? What are you doing as Ego's attack side? How are you gonna Ego's defense side? Sorry, how are you gonna get around this? And like,
Oh my god.
One enemy remaining.
Sunni's just doing whatever they want, like straight up. Like this is just
That was a very funny fight. It's on the vents at 1v5, and does find a Chew, but that's it.
It doesn't matter.
I guess he had the least money, right? Like, he's gonna have to be bought. Maybe the mental damage of having to ask your teammates for a gun will be too much for him, and he's gonna
I don't
opt
even
for the
know.
Blade Storm, and it costs them the round. Nope.
no,
nope.
he bought himself. Like they had plenty of money. I mean,
That
he's
was
gonna
a
sell
silly
now.
fight
Just
on
he's
log,
gonna sell
I'm
now for
sorry.
Eco, but But
I'm
like,
still
look,
laughing about the fight on long.
no, that's understandable. But like, look at the eco, right? Maz, DT, and Suni, all at 7K or above. Happy and Asu still have another buy next round if they lose this round, right? They are in such a good economic position. The other team is barely able to get shields
You
together.
want to play? Let's
Yeah,
play.
Ego has to win this round. I mean, I think that's bare minimum. Clearly, if they drop this round, then I mean they're facing 12 really, really quickly. That's a good first pick. Vincent Vincent has found Maz just straight through the wooden door. I don't know if that was completely blind spam or what, but works all the same.
So while this round's being a little bit slower, I want to talk about the series as a whole, right? And implications this has, right? So if sandwiches keep up this pace, right, and manage to close it out with like a score of like 13-8, right? Someone a little bit more dominant and basically steamroll in the second half, right? You still have 5 more maps to play, and unlike Overwatch, contenders were actually going to play 5 of them, supposedly. That's a deep cut for anyone who gets that. But we're like, you still have many maps. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. My point doesn't matter because that just happened.
That did just happen, and now things are really in the favor of Ego. The Gyros struggling to even find space. They lost control of the A lobby early. Happy's just going to lose his life.
30 seconds left.
Okay, so remember everything I said about Snowball? Yeah, just forget it.
Well, they're still going to have plenty of economy after this, and they want to take
I mean,
a
the round's
chance
not
at this
over,
round.
too.
Ape goes down. They do have access to the site, but this
Spike
Cresso
plants
lurk.
enemy
No,
remaining.
this is the dagger.
Spike down
I don't think
A.
there's a chance. Suni's surrounded.
10
Just
seconds left.
has to look every direction. The spike's not in the greatest place either. Yeah, good play by Arnie as well to close that out. This is, to note, the Heroic Heroes map pick. They were the higher seed. They elected to have first ban and first pick, so they banned Bind. Team Ego banned Fracture, interestingly enough, which is a map there was some rumors going around they were very strong on in the semifinals. Not even rumors, they were very strong on in the semifinals. It was a dominant performance they had. No, I'm thinking of OS. That's why this map was banned. The Heroic Heroes dominated Inferno on Fracture, and that's why Team Ego decided to ban it. But yeah, then the Heroic Heroes, after the ban of Fracture, decided to pick Haven. So this is their map pick, so not the end of the world for Ego. Once you get later in the series, I don't think map picks mean nearly as much. But the first map picks, that's the map you expect most to win. So that should be the map OS expects to win, but the trades are coming in early.
4 ultimates up for
One's
Ego
one.
if they want to pop them.
I imagine they will, especially if this gets planted on C. It's a huge red carpet for Nightfall. And I have a feeling that's going to come through. We'll see if the Cosmic Divide gets invested, if Ape wants to invest, to run it back as well. I imagine the Tour de Force won't be, but yeah, there's the Nightfall. They'll know one is close, but Ape actually gets slowed down and gets dismissed away on. He's going to lose the run it back, but that's no life. That's just run it back with the trades going in favor of the Euros. The trade's really going in favor of the Euros. It's all into Ape, and he has to walk into the smoke blind.
3 ultimates.
They were ready to shut that
3
down.
ultimates and they couldn't get the round.
They couldn't even get onto site.
No.
The Euros were super ready for that. And when you are playing
Tour de Force should be
Fade,
popped this round.
it's gonna have to be. But when you are playing Fade, you can hear the pings when the Nightfall hits each person, and there was no call that somebody was close. It didn't seem like, because it didn't seem like Ape didn't even flash the corner with the curveball. Didn't.
There was a
early
weird
peek.
smoke through it, like the astral smoke,
on my
right?
way.
Went down, and it was weird timing with how it was. Yeah, there's the Tour de Force from Arnie.
He just runs straight past it with the smoke on long. He does get one shot away, but has to rendezvous out. He was the only defender on the A site. They know everybody's coming.
I mean,
You're
even if you
second
know
guessing
where
this,
they
doesn't
are,
look like.
even if you know where they are, it doesn't matter, right? Like in this position right now, you're in such a disadvantage with weapons, utility, space, right? It doesn't matter that you know where they are.
Flash.
Yeah, they're just holding for a lurker, which there is one in the form of Happy. Spike is planted. Ego, honestly, there might have to be a consideration to save guns here if they don't get onto site quickly. Because
They're moving.
time is working against them. And Chu's going to take the first. Ape goes down as well. This might have to be the save call, but they're still forcing forward. They do find one trade. They do find a second. Spider finding 2. Spike is going to be tapped. All these players are stuck on short. Actually, the Spike is just being stuck. Are the Heroic Heroes going to push back into this?
First
Are
don't
they
fake.
going to just take him down? It's on to Cresso and Suni. 1v1. Suni finds 3. That got really, really, really close, but the Heroic Heroes are going to convert it, and they're on map point.
Match point.
Pros don't fake.
It almost worked. It was so close. That was
Pros
a
don't
quarter
fake.
of a second.
I
Didn't work.
think a little
Didn't
less,
quite work.
honestly. It was really, really close to that. Okay, so defense has a lot of work to do here, right? They need to invest the money in. So they're investing the Spectre into Vincent. Arnie should be investing something. There's no reason for him to keep 2K on the table. Like, absolutely no reason for him to keep 2K on the table. They need to win this round. Obviously, it's match point, right? They need to, but it's... This round has such a lowered buy that it's going to be rough no matter how you do it.
It's been a dominant attack side so far from the heroic Gyros.
Well done by Cresso.
Yeah, they've actually got a
Cresso
pinch as well. He should be able to find 2, and
Yeah.
he does. The Seekers do get popped, though. So they've got that
That's
advantage for
okay.
a couple of seconds. And Maz is going to take advantage of it. He will find Cresso. That does even numbers up.
Yeah, but you've got Maz really early on the site, but no one else is on the site yet. They're still in the process of actually taking the site, and all 3 defenders are here now.
They still have to get out of this choke point. Temporary 2v3 for them, and they're going to know where Maz is. They're going to take advantage of it. He goes down. Happy, though, actually just trade one through
enemy remaining.
the Blaze. DT's going
That's
to find
game.
one.
That's
DT's
game.
is going to find 2. Had the better
Attackers
angle. You were
win.
right. That is game. Map 1 of Haven is going to go to the heroic Gyros.
Whew, good map, good map. Well done there. Thoroughly
What an attack
enjoyable
side.
map. Yeah, really. I would like to say I called that, but I didn't. I'm so sorry to any Order of the Sandwich, Omnipotent Sandwich fans. I did say it was going to be a 13-8. It was in fact a 13-7. I'm so sorry that I doubted your team. I don't really care though.
You're actually kicking you off the stream for that.
Yeah.
That's not a joke.
Understandable.
Mecha does have other engagements. We're going to be subbing in a new caster for the rest of the series, but that was a really good first map. The heroic Heroes will take their map pick. They're going to go up in the series 1-0 as we're going to take it to Ascent next, which of course is Team Ego's map pick. We're going to cut to a break while we shuffle some people around, and when we come back, I will be joined by Kudetama to bring you map 2 and whatever lies beyond. Don't go anywhere.
Or Duba.
Saying goodbye.
Hello. I've been doing pretty good. I watched part of the first game, and I gotta say, Heroic Gyros really stepping up their game. Oh.
I apologize. I muted myself again because I'm dumb. Hello, everyone. Kudetama's been talking at me, but you guys haven't been able to hear me on the stream. This is the second time in 2 streams this has happened. I need to get myself
That is crazy.
As we're getting into this agent select, though, there is one order of business we need to take care of before we get into map 2, which is Premier's MVP. This was voted on by the players in Premier, and I think potentially by the GMs, but I don't actually remember. But the MVP of Premier is playing in this match is the captain of Omnipotent or of the Heroic Gyros, Happy, who we see on the chamber, or hovering the chamber right now. So congratulations to Happy on winning MVP for Premier. We'll probably make a big announcement on that, but we're getting into map 2 right now for Ascent. You might be walking away with a medal and a trophy by the end of this.
Wow.
Neither of which are actually physical.
Unfortunately.
No.
Select your agent.
But we do have compositions being hovered. We see the lock coming in from anti-tilt. And apparently
dodging the map,
trying to
apparently.
dodge. Yeah, we actually are going to load out. Okay. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure if he crashed or something, but I'm sure we'll sort that out and try again. I'm sure we'll try again.
Yep. Well, Ascent, one of my favorite maps, and interestingly enough, from the side of Euros, I actually did not see a chamber. I don't know if they're actually going to commit to that, but it'd be very interesting to see no chamber on a map like Ascent. But
I'm also being very emphatically told that it's Gyros? I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but that I'm being very emphatically told that in my DMs right now by somebody on the team. Gyros. I'm going to hope that's close enough. Okay, our player has reconnected. We were considering throwing to our little intro bit, but we're back into the agent select. I'm sure we will just see Team Ego lock in the same composition they just had, because it's not like their opponent saw it.
Right. And again, I've seen Team Ego perform actually. If I'm not mistaken, they have one different player this time.
Yeah, so no subs in this match.
Wow.
It was actually, yeah, both teams managed to field
I mean,
all
you know,
five, which is a bit unusual
for
given
a
the
grand
VDC.
final. It is understandable.
It is what you want, right? You want
Right.
you want both teams on their full strength, on their full
Absolutely.
composition. And I think I figured out why we didn't have a chamber hover last time, which is DT's was supposed to be the chamber player.
That would make sense.
So for the defense, I really like the composition they have
Wow.
put together here.
Right.
For however, there is the one looming threat, which is how they do on attack,
Choose
right?
your
So
agent.
Team
Yes,
Ego has
absolutely.
put together zero duelist composition. They have no
Right.
way of dashing on a site or making space. On the contrary, we might be seeing a double duelist coming in from the Gyros. I still feel like I'm
That's
saying
a
that
lot.
wrong. Yeah, so we actually will. Interesting. The arena comes
You know,
out
I
from
swear,
Happy this time.
I swear it's pronounced Euro because when I googled it, it says you pronounce it Euro. But
Yeah, that's what I thought.
you know, what are we gonna do? Bash them for how their name is pronounced? I guess we gotta go with, was it Gyro? Is that how they want us?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm more
alright.
confused. I just got more DMs and I'm more confused. I'm just gonna call him OS for the rest of the series.
All right, yeah.
And then yell at Spence afterwards for his
Yes.
team naming.
I don't blame your confusion. I'd be pretty confused. But all right, heading into Ascent. Again, it's OS versus
Now
Team Ego.
now Spence is telling me it is Euro, which is what I thought.
Okay, great. Okay, now I'm gonna say heroic Euro now.
I don't even. What are we doing here?
I would have no clue. All right, but
We're gonna get into
again,
the map here.
Team Ego, no duelist, is going to be very interesting. They do have double initiators, and they are very nice attacker side initiators as well. So, you know,
They
that
have
could...
a really strong defensive comp as well,
Right.
between the Astra and the
Absolutely.
double Sentinel.
Yes.
So Ego definitely looking to get it off to an early defensive side lead, but the Euros do have a very aggressive comp to try to counter. We'll see how that goes. Is they're just gonna find the first pick
Oh,
immediately and through a smoke. Okay, well, things starting off hot for the Euros, and they just want to push straight in towards tree.
yeah, that's a very flash
Five comes
entry, but
through.
the
There is
pull,
a trap here.
the pull from Creso finds one. Asu finding another tap onto Apehead, though, and now
There.
falling off from Cat. Happy taking mid control. They're quickly taking control of B now. That was a nice rotation from them.
Swarm grenade out.
Spiders
It's gonna
kill
put a lot of
utilities.
confusion in the CT's
Yeah.
minds, but
Alarm bot down.
Spike
the
planted.
TP Asu.
The Killjoy utility does nothing there.
Right.
They just go around
His-
it. So full
Killjoy's
control of
gone.
the site now for the Euros. They do one pick
Yep.
does go in favor of Ego, but they're all low. They're flashed as
Ooh,
well.
Asu
Last
finds the
player
triple
standing.
tap, but Suni finds the kill onto Creso. Denying the ace, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Mad's closing it up, and pistol round. Heroic Heroes make that seem very, very easy.
You know what they say? Aces have to be earned. They are never given.
Right. But
And
that was
unfortunately
very...
not earned there. Just see more players. Forehead. But a nice first round from the Heroic Heroes. They took
Yep.
great space in mid, and they walked into a trap
really
play,
liked-
which
I
ended
really
up
liked,
collapsing around them.
Right. You know, I really
But-
thought Team Ego would have been able to capitalize off
charges.
that gravity well from
Teleport's ready.
Creso, but I guess it really couldn't find Asu.
Yeah.
Somehow he
Quick
found
reactions.
the tap. He found the tap while being pulled.
Well, it
which
was only Maz who got caught in the gravity well. The rest of the team managed to pull away. Arnie trying to go for an early pick doesn't get it. The rest of the team were able to pull away, and they're going to go for a similar aggressive play here. Ego have defensive setups, but so far 0 for 2 on those panning out. Actually, really -1 for 2. Arnie just going to get run and gun. Creso on the off angle will actually find one, so will Apes.
Last player standing.
Stable. Stabilized by the Euros. 1v3 now. They should be able to get spiked down. This should be their round after the early flurry of exchanges.
Team Ego did manage to do a little bit of damage though, especially considering that they did have full classics, 2 members of Euros. Hard to turn those around.
Yeah, just some. They got some early damage. Got a 2-for-2 trade. They even, I think, picked up one Spectre, but yeah, Maz will close the round out with the 3K. Things go the way of the Gyros. Pretty standard second round, really, with 3 alive. They go into the bonus now, and this is, you know, not the first gun round, but an important round nonetheless. The Gyros are actually, they're throwing an op at this, so maybe this is more important than I was going to say.
I did not expect an op coming out from Asu, but third round op, light armor. We'll see how that goes for them.
Okay, yeah, he pulled away from it. That is just a Spectre. That is far more tame, a little more usual.
A little bit. I wanted to see the op come out from Asu, but
the Gyros actually want to, or both teams really want to get aggressive in mid. Ego though, gonna get smoked off. Gonna play behind it. Vincent tap, dead. Nice shot by him.
Where are you?
with their duelist gone, that's already gonna make them make it very difficult for Team Ego to crack onto the bomb sites. Oh, okay, Deeds
That'll
with
make
a
it a little
swing.
easier, a little more possible.
Yep.
Ego has the gun advantage, but I guess the Gyros have the aim advantage right there.
Right.
Still, though, they don't really have control of any part of the map. They've lost control of A main. They've lost control of mid. They don't really have any, and they're going to take B main control now, but you got to play behind the Killjoy utility, which they are breaking some of, but going to get delayed by a fair bit here. Oh, but there's nobody actually on site. Okay, there's more delay. The gravity well. I think this is going to be... Oh, okay, no, that was a lurker. I think this is going to be a deathless exchange to actually get on site, though, but now they have to try to convert the retake. They are in all sorts of a terrible position. They have no space on the map, no space on site. Happy's location is noted. That this is probably not going to go their way.
Unfortunate, they do have the bomb down, but they're going to have to play very well here to actually secure this round. Maz already making a little bit of damage happen with a double kill as well, but now a double swing from lane takes down Maz, and I think they know that Suni's coming from lane Spider. Finds that flank. Fortunately, Ego does secure that retake, but Maz was making that look a little bit winnable with the double. But I think this is to be expected, especially since, you know, Team Ego's buy round. Hopefully Euro now with their buy.
Should I play some stars
For Ego, that's a pretty rough. I mean, they lost 3 there. We saw their economy. They only have 2 rifles up into this round, and they don't have the money to buy more. That round got a lot closer than I thought it would. I thought the snare would just kind of be pulled on the Euros on site there, but they've battled out of it really well. Maz is going huge so far in the early going. Found 2 there. Didn't end up winning, but that was so much damage. I mean, Abe has a Bulldog, and if this rush comes straight at him, this is going to get difficult to handle. Cresso also has to recall that star. Arnie's just getting spammed with smoke. Finds the timing though? Yes, he does. That's a first pig and a second pig. All right. Well, the Ego didn't have the money, but now they have the numbers advantage by far.
Impeccable defense from Ego, and now Euro looking to bounce over to B, and with the bomb as well, Maz able to get the bomb down, but at what cost? Cresso takes out Suni, and Spider already knows that Maz is sitting on the B bomb site and finds that tap, but now it's on to Happy to make something happen. Does find the first, but Arnie on that flank. Happy does go down, and Team Ego, almost a perfectly flawless round from them.
They've got, I mentioned they have a lot of set plays and strategies set up for their defensive side. They had one in the pistol, they had one in the follow-up. Both didn't really pan out for them, but this round it does. I don't know if that was necessarily a set play, Arnie just walking through a smoke in mid, but it worked out for them. They also, I believe it was some utility in A main that really assisted that second kill, and then just played to their numbers advantage, played to their map control advantage. Maz wisely didn't try to get the spike down because he was going to be basically in a 1v5. Nice shot by Arnie, holy. Maz didn't get spiked down on that last round, and so there's just really, I mean, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
2v5 at that point.
I mean, there might have been a chance if Maz won that aim duel up against Spider, because then all he has to do is hold down the site, and we saw how well he did the last round. But Cresso swinging out, can't find the spray down. Deets picks up that kill, and now somehow equal man
Oh, no way.
advantage on both sides, and Dietz with tour de force finds a
And they
bed.
both get healed. This round's actually getting
Hey.
scary.
Yeah, this
round's
isn't
getting
looking
very
good for
scary.
Ego. And now they have guns in their hands. Snare does find the sky, but Happy now entering onto the bomb site. He is playing very aggressively. He knows that Vincent is standing right there.
One enemy
Nice
remaining.
adjustment from him, and Dietz with a third onto Arnie. And somehow Gyros has turned this entire round in their favor, especially with the tour de force. I mean, Dietz absolutely turned that around, but let's not count
Spike
Spider out
planted.
just yet. Does have the lockdown and does find Happy. Tour de
Chooses
force
not
is
to
gonna
invest.
yeah, it's gonna make things very difficult. Teleports up, and Maz with the spray down. And you're
Our observers are a little desynced again, but how Gyros just find that
Wow.
the Cresso's bullets basically just evenly split between Dutitz and not Maz, who's playing Reyna this map. I don't remember, but equally split between the two enemies and doesn't take either down. He goes
Right.
down instead. Then they find another pick.
I was very surprised about that. I thought he was gonna get that Del spray down because of the
I got
lockdown,
yous,
but
okay?
what?
Yeah, the gravity well hadn't got fully run out, so it hadn't vulnerable them yet. So they were still
Right.
able to just withstand just enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Now a bit
Gyros
of aggressive
exploded off that with
up at
picks.
mid. Happy swing.
That was a really smart
and
angle.
kill.
That's a really smart, unusual angle to take there to try to get the
Yeah.
player on Cat, and it worked out beautifully.
Yep.
That's how you take down an op on Ascent. I've never even thought to do that.
Right. I mean, it's also because the chamber was holding an off angle. He was holding off to the right, and I guess off angles beat off angles, but a lot of the Killjoy utility making a lot of trouble for Gyros. Maz goes down to Spider, who's able to pick up the gun, and now Spider spraying through, trying to see if the entry is coming in, but not just yet, and Gyros fall off B, and Spider,
down.
nice aggression from him, perfect timing. Suni goes down, and Vincent all the while picks up a kill onto Happy, but then the A bomb site hit is coming in. Asu is alone though.
Oh,
Asu
no
finds the
way.
headshot onto Apen.
Last
And now he's trying to
player
find a little bit
standing.
more, finds a double.
30
Cresso
seconds left.
finally finds that trade, but hopefully enough damage done. Dietz, two very
One
low
enemy remaining.
members of Ego just to find, and
Oh, that's-
Spider goes down, and that's just one more to go.
That's a throw of a peak.
Right. I think he thought that he could have been able to swing out with the turret,
10
but
seconds left.
now with 10
Well, it's on
seconds,
to the low health Captain Cresso here.
Clutch.
Knows where he is.
there it
He's
is.
just gonna take the
Dietz.
better angle. Take the better
I mean,
fight.
both
Gets
of
the
them-
clutch against the low health players.
I mean, both of them
Spider-
were already super weak, and so, I mean, you can't really expect Dietz to lose those, especially with the Vandal in hand.
That's a good spot.
If they needed to play together in spite, I was
Right.
already gonna mention before that play that there's been some undisciplined play from the heroic Heroes, and then Team
Absolutely.
Ego does the same thing. For the Heroes, it was overly aggressively taking that orb in B main that got immediately punished by Spider, but then Spider turns around, returns the favor by overly aggressively peeking.
Right.
So it ends up.
I really
States
like
punish
that. I
both
really
teams.
like that aggress from Spider. That was very unexpected. And Dietz already again
Speaking of-
making impact.
They're 3-man
on the
aggressing,
round.
and they're just getting
Oh,
shredded.
wow. Three
So he's
members
just
of
running with the
Ego
heal
is
out.
down.
Spike.
Oh.
No way he's the one that found that kill.
But Spider does have a little flank here, and they're trying to aggress. They're trying
If
to
they
find him,
completely
but
abandon the site,
I don't
this
know
could be
if-
Ninja.
I don't know if
This could
they know
okay.
Spider is here.
One player staying behind with the spike.
Right, but they're not clearing him. I think they think he's on B. Now Spider inching his way onto the A bomb site. Knows
Two
that
also
there's
came
probably
back.
multiple playing towards heaven. Oh
Did he,
no,
did he
the
spot a
time-
shoulder?
Oh
okay.
no,
Okay.
Dietz from the heavens takes down Spider. I thought Spider
really
had something
thought-
going there.
I thought it was happening.
All right.
It looked like they were
thought-
gonna
yeah, but
all
again-
leave, and he was just gonna sneak on his
Right,
site.
you can't have that. You need to have that discipline. You can't just all leave the bomb site just to chase down Spider. And
But in a
Let's see now. Taking that back. Taking that back.
You want to play? Let's
Got
play.
concealment.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they're struggling. Yeah, it's looking. Right. Yeah, but with a chamber and a killjoy, it's gonna be very difficult for them to play this attacking side, and even on this defending side, Dietz already with the tour de force finds one, and Aped trying to swing out, does find a nice little tap there onto Happy. Good trade from him to at least get it on equal footing, and now Gyros not trying to take that much control, but finally is trying to push their way onto mid to see if how much space that they can take
Pulling them in.
inside of Tree Room. But both Cresso and Fade are playing towards the Tree Room. Asu though already pushed onto the bomb site, does find Apehead and
30 seconds left.
up in heaven. And now a bomb site control has been
Spike
taken,
planted.
but Asu finds another kill into Cresso and now trying to get the res. Might be able to stop this, but unable to. Apehead gets back up and
One enemy remaining.
Asu. Alright, well, Asu I guess closes that out with a double spray down. Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he was already up in heaven. Right, but now going into
With that blocking vision.
this 9th round here, Cresso. Again, playing so much util with that Astra. But it hasn't been doing a lot of justice in terms of the defending side. I mean, Gyros, again, just pushing up, taking up so much space. Yana Asu last round pushed up towards heaven. Took so much control, and now Suni trying to challenge Vincent. Swings out in the face of 2 Sheriffs, and Arnie takes him down, and Happy trying to get a trade to happen, trying to take some space towards Cat, but unable to do it. And so many members of Ego planted on A. And now Asu trying to play like a little bit of a lurk here, and Vincent finds another kill, but Happy finally able to get that trade. But this is looking pretty okay for Team Ego unless Asu picks up that kill into Spider, and now the B site is opened up as Ego are scrambling to rotate over to the bomb site. Amazing B take from them, and Ego is gonna struggle, but
30
Gyros
seconds left.
now only on 2 members. Happy does find another one. Cresso from the flank
Spike plant.
takes down Happy, and now Maz,
One
a bit
enemy
of deja
remaining.
vu, but finds the first already onto Cresso, and the Nightmare comes out, but he finds the second. A double clutch from him to bring that back for Gyros to bring them to 7 rounds. My goodness, that B bomb site opening from Asu did them so much impact, and Ego, again, so much pressure for them to try to retake the bomb site. And the Nightmare just barely found Maz, but he was able to turn that around with a very clean double kill. Just makes it look so easy.
Team Ego's got to be hitting
Peace
the
now.
panic button. They got 2 rounds on defense. They're gonna lose this defensive half no matter what.
Yes.
They're into their bye now, but they've had so many rounds slip away as well. It's starting to look like the discipline's just not there. The aim's just a little off. The Euros are outplaying them right now, or maybe Ego's outplaying themselves, whatever you want to call it. This is potentially looking like a map that they're quickly losing ground on, a map that they might lose.
Get out of my
It's their
way.
map pick. They're already down 1-0 in the
I've
series.
got
They've
your
been going down
trail.
0-2 really quickly. That's never what you want to be. This is the best 5.
Oh.
So they'd still have a chance, but they've got so much to fight for. Asu directly on
Asu,
top.
you got it clear right under you. Finds the right click. Good stuff from Asu, but Cresso does trade it for Happy, who decided to lurk up Cat.
Spike planted.
You know, it's understandable that he wanted to take space, but unfortunately he did have to try to win that aim duel. But Maz, from the shadows, gets taken out by Aped, and now Gyros gonna have to defend this retake very well if they want to take another round, but they're already doing it. Suni with a kill as well as Asu, but gonna get forced out as Cresso finds the kill. One player detained. That lockdown did so much justice for them, and the swing from Dietz
I'm still
tries to stop the bomb plant, or sorry, the bomb defusal, but Cresso with a nice triple kill and brings it to 3 for Team Ego.
They finally managed to find a use for that lockdown, and a good round to use it in there. It gets them the round win, but it's not replicable, right? They don't have infinite lockdowns. They can't retake A that way again, and they barely won that. It took Cresso, I mean, it took them a double face that Cresso traded on.
Yeah, that triple.
And it was still a 2v2. Like, Cresso getting that, or whoever got the first pick on the last 2 alive was the only reason they won that. They were able to trade Dietz there, and that was enough, but
yeah, but Cresso's util did so much, especially the stun towards A main. It forced 2 of their members to not peek, and again the gravity well as well found Dietz, who was forced to just play by peeking onto the bomb site and having to stop whoever was defusing the bomb. And again, just the man, honestly, the numbers kind of just gave them that last push that they needed to take that round, but not entirely sure if Ego is going to be able to turn this around.
Spam in chat. Oh no. Our little box there in the bottom left. Yeah, that's the cover of the game chat, and somebody just sent a whole copy pasta, and we could see half of it. Yeah, again, Ego has to find a way to win these last 2 out, I really think. I mean, maybe their attack site is cracked. Maybe I'm severely underestimating.
Maybe.
This is a similar comp to the comp we've seen teams like Optic struggle on. This Ascent's attack site can be really difficult, especially when you don't have a duelist. But in their, working in their favor, the Euros do have 2. This first shot goes wide by Arnie. It's actually just going to be
teleports out, but teleports almost into his death, and there it is. The judge from Asu somehow finds Arnie, and now giving an op away.
Why did he
happy
have
as well?
A judge?
I do not know, but somehow he found a kill with it. Fortunately, Aped though does trade it out for Dietz and gets the op in his hands, and Cresso not in the best position here to try to retake this bomb site. Euros should have this locked down.
Spike is planted, but they are anchored all on site. Depends on the utility available to Ego, and unfortunately the fact that there's an operator available. They are going to Cosmic Divide off Boathouse. They're going to be able to get some pushes with the Astra utility. We'll see if they throw in any flashes. That's going to push 1 out of position, but Suni here on the off angle is going to find 1. Maz swings forward to find 2 as well. Ego a little uncoordinated to attempt that retake. No flashes came through, or the flash didn't come through either, which could have been huge there. It's just not enough.
Honestly, I don't know about that Cosmic Divide. I still feel like there were so many angles. It still allowed so many angles for Team Gyro to like push through. And again, it opened up lane. It still kept the bomb site open. Like, they could have just pushed out, because again, with a man advantage, they can just play the trades there. And so there's, I don't know, I feel like that Cosmic Divide kind of made that retake a little bit more of a struggle than actually making it easier for...
We see one final
Team
set
Ego.
play here coming in for Ego, which is that they've installed Cresso on Wine here, and this needs to pay off. So many of these set plays have just done nothing for them. They've also taken control of B main, and Arnie with the Tour de Force is going to find 1. Out from lobby, he's going to find a 2nd as well.
Spike down mid.
Oh, why did he just run?
The timing.
Why did he turn? He could have just kept facing. I guess he was worried about getting shot from multiple
Yeah, I
heights.
guess so. I just think he got timing there just a little bit, but Suni goes down, and now Dietz trying to make some more impact with a triple kill.
Obscuring vision.
And now with the Tour de Force online, he might be able to make something happen. Cresso does smoke Aped. And now they're playing a very unexpected play by just pushing up mid and trying to take that control. But by doing so, they've kind of given up control of the B bomb site, and now Gyros has that bomb down. Tour de Force still on Dietz, especially on low health. That's going to be very useful for him. And again, Asu as well, but the knife is going to find him. Asu with the off picks up Cresso, and now Apex in a very bad situation as he finds a second going into this half, and now it's 3-9
Switching
in
sides.
favor of Heroic Heroes. And as you said, I don't know about Team Ego's attacking side here. They have very defenders-sided comp, so
I mean, they're
things are only
hoping
gonna get
they're hoping and
more
praying the
difficult
curse
here.
is real right now.
I guess so.
They-
They really are. They really are.
They've got a long mountain to climb. It's obviously possible. This composition has some combinations you can pull off on the attack side between those two initiators with the Astra. And there's probably some things they can do, but they have to. I just feel like the margin for error is so low without a duelist right now, and with the way the Heroic
Right.
Heroes just dismantled their defense, which, I mean, it looked planned. It looked like they had so many ideas, and none of them panned out.
Yep.
It's worrying sign for Ego, but they've just got to take it one round at a time, and the one round they need right now is this pistol, and they need it bad.
Now the knife comes out, and so kind of show some presence on the B bomb side. It looks like they might be trying to go for a fake, but I don't think Gyros is giving in, as they are still anchoring mid and A. They're taking so much mid control, and Team Ego is not finding anything, as now Gyros is going to be inching their way up mid, trying to take so much control here. They realize that Team Ego is not going to try to go for a pincer here. And that sound, it did look like the fake is making a little bit of impact, but Vincent with a kill entrying onto the A bomb site, Aped as well. On the lurk finds Maz, and now Euros. It's not looking very good for them, but they do find a lot of angles. They are trying to find as many entry points as possible, but Cressa playing up close. Dietz is going to go down, and now down to a 2v5. Team Ego does have some low members, but it isn't looking very good for them. And Happy from the flank trying to find the tap, but it's Spider that wins that aim duel, and it's just one more Asu. I mean, what can he really do? It's an 1v5 with the bomb down as well, but I guess he can start off with that. He can start off with 3! A triple kill from him, and now it's only on 20 HP. Has to dash out. The bomb is ticking very fast, but I don't know if Vincent knows that he's in this corner. He does. Asu. That Sheriff triple was
Found all the low health, almost found all the low health players.
Yeah.
Almost. Could have lined
Almost.
up. I don't think there was a chance for him in that round, even after the triple, because there was a Killjoy
Right, but I mean,
turret
like,
sitting in main. But yeah, that was an insane 3K. Made that worrying. Thankfully, though, Ego have gotten their pistol round that they, you know, again, bare minimum that they needed. So they're still in this one. They're still alive. They have the weapon advantage here. It looks like they just want to storm into the B, which normally I wouldn't advise, but Maz is the only one here to defend it, and he has a classic.
Oh,
so
wow.
unless he pulls out the classic right clicks at the center, nope, he's never mind.
Nope.
Dead.
Yep, he's out, and now the B bomb site has been taken very quickly as Euros, no util to stop them. I mean, besides the Omen smoke, I mean, what can they really do? They don't have that much defense. I mean, now that you look at it, Euros is really just has like the chamber trip and what the Omen smokes, which frankly is not, you know, the best form of defense. But Asu already trying to make something happen again with the Marshall. Tries to find the flick, lands the first shot, but unable to get the second. Vincent with a double spray down.
Remaining.
And Aped again with the Spectre as well. Not much Happy can do. A double kill on the side of Ego to take that round. Very fast E.
Yeah, Achu actually got tags on 2 there. That could have gotten worrying, but
Right.
just nobody there to follow up.
Again,
Couldn't find a head. Things stabilized for Ego. They're going to take 4 Spectres into this round. Arnie, I think, was the only one who went down, and he's got the Headhunter anyway. So, you know, it's about as good of a bonus round buy as you can ask for. And there's a little bit of light armor on the side of the defense. That Chu and Happy
They
both
are mine.
settling for the light armor. Obviously, if Happy finds a pick, he won't be on light armor for long, most likely. But some weaknesses to potentially exploit. Both those players are towards the B side of the map. Obviously, Team Ego have no way of knowing that information, but
I mean, hopefully Euros might be able to make a turnaround this time, especially with guns in hand and Asu looking to play very aggressively as he should, trying to find the tap. Arnie unable to get it. Asu put on low HP.
he got dinked there and he has to just run.
Yeah.
Happy as well,
He's just forced to run out. Ooh.
Just with the push and pull in mid, but there's a couple of low players. Happy wasn't able to get the Devour off, so isn't full health. Okay, I think Oh, it's getting... Okay, yeah. They are using the regrowth to heal both the duelists back to at least 100. This is some good use of the Sky. I've seen that Sky get a lot of healing value in this series and just paid off again. Control. Okay, that's huge. That's Spike noted as well.
Wow.
I know there's 2 players in mid, but they have to take care of them. Spam through the smoke is good enough.
30 seconds left.
Happy takes one out, and the bomb is in a very open position, but Asu has relinquished visual, and now Arnie up to mid. I don't know if they know he's holding pizza, but it doesn't even matter. Soon he finds that kill. And now bomb has been able to get taken, but I mean, 12 seconds.
10 seconds left.
Looks like the round is pretty much over.
Of course, it would be a
Again,
classic right click.
Gyros. Yep.
All right.
I mean, Asu, come on, like. I mean, you gotta. He's really good at aiming, but come on,
Chu took about
classic
300 damage in that round. It didn't go down. It looked like not quite, but he actually took well over 200 damage. I'm sure Ego's a little upset that both those duelists are able to get healed up, but for the heroic
Sky
heroes,
healing is you can't count that out at all.
With the heroic heroic heroes, they keep 4 lives. Their economy is doing really well. Maz is actually like almost saving to go with the judge here, but it's going to be a fast push from Team Ego. Again, that round wasn't needed, but they need pretty much everyone after this, and they're going to go in quick.
Ooh. See, already finding the kill onto Apehead, but he's down, can't get the res, and Vincent trying to get the snare. Spider does get the res though, and now Team Ego has taken control of A. Might be a little difficult for Gyros. Finds the dink, but the 140 with the Phantom finds the kill though, and Vincent does secure a kill onto Suni as well, and Happy not in a good position here. Low HP and playing towards Tree, which is quickly getting flanked here. And now Asu with the knives out finds the first kill. Can he find more? Yes, he can. Finds a nice right click, but Spider finally gets that trade, and it looks a little okay for a sec there, but Creso and Spider do manage to close out the round. They took very fast control of that A bomb site.
So the Euros aren't going to force into this next round, which is smart, because if they did, then I think the comeback would really be potentially on had they lost it. Looking at the scoreboard, just look at the performance by Achu right now. 22 and 10, absolutely blowing up everybody on the server, even finds 2 in the losing effort in that round. But Ego looks like they do have some things going for them on the attack side. Obviously, you know, we're not too deep into this. Only a couple of gun rounds. Happy trying to get aggressive is completely shut down, though. Taking a ton of control of just straight through mid, honestly. It looks like they want to go B. Maybe they can go A. Okay. Vincent punished, though.
Okay, all
playing
right.
alone.
I guess because he's dead. Now they have taken a lot of control of mid, but I'm trying to make something happen. Unfortunately goes down, and Euros all bunched up towards mid. I don't know if this is the best idea, but looks like Euros.
They have to go to a site from here. And which site do they go to?
That's
Well,
Oh,
Arnie just wants to kill everybody, I guess.
doesn't even matter.
This is the wrong
Finds
direction.
the triple.
This would be the wrong site. If they spill out of here, they're going to walk into a judge.
Yep.
Find a timing. Things
know
could
if
get
they-
really bad.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, handled well. It's just onto Achu, who has been a threat, but has just a Marshall. He's going to go down.
Yep.
Ends up working out for Ego. They
But this
handle...
is an
yeah, they handle the
eco
Ego.
for Euros. They handle it fairly decently. I mean, 2 members down, you know, I guess that is to be expected. I feel like Suni should have found just a little bit more with that judge up in logs. I think he honestly might have been able to wait just a little longer, because they were really focused on a Asu or a Chu. Can I not say Asu for legal reasons?
I think.
Oh, okay.
That's
I
what
can't
my
say
pronunciation thing says. It's a Chu and D.
All right.
Those are the names.
Teats.
Much
Kinda
more of a
like saying
mouthful than
deets,
what you've been saying, but they are what they are.
I like saying Asu because it's
Oh,
like
Arnie.
okay. Arnie with a double, nice from him, and Happy with a double
Spike
trade
down
back
mid.
as well. Spider though does shut down, and now swinging out, put on very low HP, but the Nightmare comes out towards mid, finds really no one though, not a lot of impact, and Maz,
They have to find
he's
a way to
in
get
a
back to
little
this
bit of a
spike.
bad position.
They have to find a way to get back to this
Last
spike, especially
player
with Spider
standing.
down. Vincent, though, there to
One
trade.
enemy
Is he
remaining.
going to get traded himself? He will.
Ooh,
Maz has no idea. He has no idea Arnie's behind him. This is going to be a matter of timing because he thinks it could be
Right.
possible.
Shadows traveling.
Is he going to play? Where do you play? He's standing in a
I
smoke.
mean, he's scared out. He's scared out of his mind. He's 1 minute and he's looking. He has to check every single angle. He has no clue.
This is all about where Arnie walks out through this smoke. This is
Right.
all about where he walks
Oh.
out through this smoke, and he picked the wrong side.
no
And he
way,
picked the wrong
Maz!
side.
That was fun.
That is just some. That's unfortunate timing.
That's an unfortunate round loss for Team Ego, but they
Yep.
still have a couple to give. That was one of them. They've got to still. They have to be pretty much perfect from here on. They got. I mean, that round was a round. That's a heartbreaker, but it's just weird, unfortunate positioning, and obviously a weird, unfortunate timing there for Arnie at the end. He found those 2 early huge picks. Definitely would have favored him in a straight gunfight, but couldn't earn one. And soon now walking up with the Bucky. Will be noted. Will be just has his head ripped off. Never mind. Our observers are
Unfortunate
a
ace
little
to
staggered.
Oh.
Yeah, we are missing kills. Okay. Yeah.
I'm very
alright.
confused right now. Yep. It's a 3v3 now. Yep. Okay. Happy.
Spike down. Mid.
Nice
I
little
have
tap
the
onto
spike.
Spider, but I don't know if he knows that Cresso's already
want
playing
to
on the left
play?
side of
Let's
mid and
play.
goes down as well. Total Force comes out and from the shadows
They can
goes
hear
onto the B
DT.
bomb site.
Arnie should know DT is somewhere to his right, but he's
Last
peek with his
player
back
standing.
turn.
Ooh.
They don't know
Goes
where the
down
Omen went
and now-
either.
Yeah.
Mid control is great on Ascent, but one of the things that they've been falling victim to have Team Ego is they've just been kind of taking mid without a purpose. And they keep getting bottled up in here. They take a ton of fights, and then they never to go after.
Blocking vision.
One
So
enemy
Scoot's
remaining.
actually just with the better angle. Has to guess where Maz is playing. Oh, Maz with the narrow window timing is just going to take his head off. That's just going to close the round out.
Match point.
Yeah, the Ego is taking so much space in mid, and the Gyros are fighting them for it, but in the end, Ego never takes the spike anywhere. They're not planting. Mid control is great, but it does if you don't get the spike down, it's not doing anything for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the goal. Obviously, the trades have been going through, and that's 2 rounds in a row now that have been heartbreakingly close. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's completely disastrous. It's just they're narrowly missing out on things, and they're about to walk into an open. Ace is just waiting, or Achu's just waiting.
You should
I'm
run.
gonna shoot. Oh, the Odin might be for the lockdown.
Yep. Now the lockdown goes down as the Teats up towards market might be able to find more. Only able to find one though, and Asu can't hold down the bomb site. But now
Spike planted.
Seekers going into the bomb site, and now with a lot of information, Euros might be able to take this round back.
And if they do, it would
Now
be the
first
map.
Absolutely, and Happy already with the first kill. Vincent, though, does trade out for Maz, and Deteet trades him out as well. And now 3 members of Euro to try to make this retake a dream, but Spider does find that spray down. Happy, though, takes down a pet, and now it's all up to Spider. In the back of the boathouse gets swung, and Happy with a triple to close it out. This second map goes to Euros, putting them at 2-0 up against Ego in this grand final.
Defenders
1 map
win.
away now for the Euros. They break the map pick of Ego. Ego wanted Ascent, and they had plans. They had all of these plans, but the Euros were just outmaneuvering them, especially on that attack side in the first half. Ego had some more life on their attack side, but it wasn't enough. And ultimately, they can't pull through. They can't, no curse blesses them this day.
Yeah.
They're going to fall behind 2-0 in this series, and the Heroic Euros are looking to make this short and sweet. They want to close things out map 3.
Yeah.
Their map pick, obviously later in the best of a 5 you get, or the later in a best of 5 you get, the less the map picks matter, right? Because you already know what 5 maps you're playing. It's just the order. But it is going into their map pick. I'm trying to find it, which is Split. So we're going to go to Split. And the Heroic Heroes, I mean, they obviously bet on themselves on this map, and they're ready to take things down 3-0. And for Team Ego, that's where they're going to have to battle back.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, Team Ego again. I think they're really that last map. They really bet on their composition to take them to that win, but unfortunately though they weren't able to make a lot happen, especially on that attacking side. They struggled really to get the bomb down. I mean, they were constantly getting traded after traded. They were sometimes winning those trades, but they are forgetting that there is a time crunch. And I saw very often that they simply like ran out of time. They ran out of time to push onto the site. They ran out of time to take even more control. And so, unfortunately, that was the death of Team Ego.
They got to leave that. They got to leave that in the rear view. They got to leave both maps in the rear view. They got to leave Ascent in the rear view. They got to leave Haven in the rear view. They lost both 13-7. They've got to have some confidence going into Split because they're up against it. Split, Icebox, Breeze. They have to win all 3 in a row. But before we can see any of those, we got to cut to a quick break here so we can all, take our quick break. We'll be right back to bring you map 3 of Split. Don't go anywhere.
Despite the storm that hit us, we're still on board. Dancing in the moonlight, the world just stops and stares. We got no destination, I'll take you anywhere. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed. Words just come together, story that we never told. So far you're saying for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, I'll always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, I'll always be your captain. I'll be your captain. I'll always be your captain. I'll always be your captain. Told me I'm your anchor, I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire we tried, hold on. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed. Words that come together, a story that we never told. So far you're saying for my own. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, I'll always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break,
And welcome back. Uni still hasn't fixed who my co-caster is for some reason, but I am still being joined
I
here by...
am Mechatronic. I
by
do not know what you're talking about.
Kudatronic,
Yep.
Mechatama? Mechatama.
Oh, it's back!
There we go. I've shamed him into fixing it. We're
Hello,
back.
everyone.
We are waiting on one of our observers to get back in a moment, hopefully, and we should be getting into map 3 of Split shortly.
All right. You know, just to kick things off, Chill, how's your week been? Have you been up to anything interesting? What was the highlight of this week?
This is the highlight of my week, Kudatama. Come on.
Really?
Here casting grand
Right.
finals.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
wouldn't be anywhere else. This is fantastic. I'm excited to see where this
Absolutely.
goes. We got a 2-0 lead for the Heroic Heroes. We are getting an agent select. This is Split. Yes, we still play Split here. This could very well be the last match we see on Split. We'll see how contender finals go, which are on Sunday, but next season we will be replacing Split with Pearl officially. So this might very well be the last VDC map played on Split. We'll see. We'll see what kind of
Rip
send-off we get for it, as the Heroic Heroes look to close things out here in 3-0 fashion, while Team Ego is going to have to battle back. They've got 3 to win, and they're going to try to take the first of the 3 here on Split. I think, did we crash? What happened?
As you can see, the production for this stream is high quality.
I think our observer
Absolutely
tabbed
S
out.
tier.
I have...
Oh, there we go.
Maybe that's what happened, but we're all good here. We're trying our best. Don't shame our production.
Select
We do see
your
the locks
agent.
already coming through. 14 Ego, who will start on the defense on this map. So I believe same sides as we saw on Ascent. Yeah, should be same sides we saw on Ascent. They have gone with pretty standard split comp, I'd call it, though no KO on either side, actually. And okay, Achu locked in Yoru.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
That
screw
is,
talking about anything else. That's interesting. That is the pick of the map right there. We're gonna have to see what they do with this, especially on this attack side, which they're starting on. See if they got some tricks up their sleeve. There's not a lot here to combo with this. There's no breach. There's no initiator in this composition even. So I'm skeptical to say the least loading in, but maybe Achu's just cracked on Yoru. Maybe this was an accident, but we're into the game, so I believe they have to play it out if that was the case. But I'm going to assume this was an intentional pick by Achu. I'm interested to see what they do with it, because again, no breach, not even any flashes. There's not really much to combo with here. No fade.
A gift.
Interesting choice. We'll have to see what they can pull off with it. It's going to be the Yoru really trying to make space for himself. And
Yeah, I mean,
hold on. Ego's got a read here. They have 4 players stacked on B.
Ready.
oh,
This is some VOD read onto Heroic Heroes attack side
going up.
tendencies. This is a read.
Poke
pretty
out.
aggressive as well. Vincent with the flash now swinging out. Trying to see if he can find some taps in. Ghost Gaming from both sides, and now Cresso and Vincent open it up with a double for Ego. And now somehow Euro now has to fall back towards A here, but the trip does find them, and now the split from Ego is going to make it very difficult for Euro to get onto a bomb site, but the team's
Last
trying to push
player
up towards
standing.
Heaven. Spider, though,
Spike down mid.
tapping away at both of their members, and now Euro with 1 member remaining. It's on to Happy to try to make this happen, but prospects aren't looking
Teleport's
very
gone.
good right now. Headhunter unable to find a kill there. Unable to secure anything, and with the ghost, so many members of Ego just pushing up. Abed takes him out to close out that round for Team Ego, and that's the first round that goes to them.
Nice read. Again, they had the read in. They knew that the hit was going to come towards B. They threw the Astro utility. The Gravity Well came in off the star. They were able to push up off of that and find 2. This is kind of what we saw them going for on Ascent. It's just this is the version that is working at least in this first round. We saw a similar play on their Ascent defensive side, on the A side of the map, in the very first pistol there, and that one didn't work out for them. So this working in their favor, perhaps a good sign, as the Heroic Heroes just want to rush them down on A though.
Now spray down coming in from Ego as Spider already looks to pick up some kills in this round. He does get one spray down, but Maz now pushed up and the whole of Yuru pushed up as now somehow finding 3 kills with just classics. And now Spider
No
trying
way.
to hold from vents,
Absolutely
but the
not.
dropping right click. There's no way Ego can lose these. They only had classics and Euro still live with 2 members as well.
Absolutely no
somehow
way.
Turn that around.
Absolutely no way that right click killed. Was it Cresso that went down to a Chew's right click there? That is just...
Spider went down to a Chew who literally
Was a
dropped
Chew
down
behind
onto
him?
it.
Or was...
No, he was literally looking straight at his face.
There's no
Checking the
way,
situation.
dude. That's just...
I don't know.
I mean,
wet.
Ego over-peaked to hell and back in that round. But
Taking that back.
that's, I mean, that's got to
But
feel
still,
bad to lose it that
Euro
way.
somehow picks up that round with classics only, and they're trying to make it happen again as now pushing up towards mid. Maz goes at the paint can that finds no damage. Vincent now trying to make what Euros did in the last round happen. And a pet as well with a spray down, but Datit's trying to trade a bit of damage back. Does take down a pet, and Spider in the corner, not much he can do. And Happy now doubling back towards the B bomb site. Euros now taking a little bit of space.
They
onto
had
B, and
space on
looks
the
like-
site, but they had to give it away so a Chew could get healed. Now they have to reaggress to retake it. And that's another headshot. Just alive. And now he's not going to be. Now things are getting really, really difficult. And yeah, you were saying it. We might see classic thrifties back to back here, especially with Datit
Wow.
losing the duel.
Down B.
I have this
Now
spike.
it's on to Happy to make something happen. Does swing out and finds the second, but the paint can gonna force him to push up with the spike now. 35 seconds. Could make something happen. Has it down to
30
1v2
seconds
here,
left.
playing towards B main, but he's spending too much time goading around. He has to make something happen very quickly. He has a Phantom, so this isn't completely lost, but Spider does have the Spectre here, and it might be a bit of a double play here. Gets swung by Spider as Happy comes out, and again, another thrifty back-to-back, but this time it's on Ego that pick up that round.
That was off the back of a couple of picks, including Venson walking, and they flashed himself into mail and then found one. There were 2 players that should have been available for that trade for the Heroic Heroes and weren't, including a Chew, who then just gets tagged down to 10 HP, and that ends up being a problem later in the round. Even though he got healed, he got, classic dinked again.
Let's start.
What is this? What is happening? This is the scoreline we were supposed to have, but the money's in the hands of the wrong team. Ego actually turning out for the better, but it's an immediate pick. That's the only rifle the Euros have, and it's already paid off. And now Happy's found one
no.
with the Headhunter.
And Ego is not looking very good for them. Arnie went down very early with the up, and Shu able to pick that up as well, and now they have A site locked down, but the gravity well gonna delay things just a little bit, but not gonna do that much. I don't know if Maz is gonna clear his screens here. Knows that there's one playing in there. Now pushes through the smoke, finds Cresso. And now Spider makes something happen here. Tries to find the kill, but Achu picks up him. And now it's just Spider with a Phantom in hand up in heaven. I mean, what can he really do here? Maz already pushing up, and Spider, no, you have to turn around. He does manage to turn around, but Maz does lock that down. And again, I guess another thrifty. This is literally
one
the third
rifle.
one in a row.
Three thrifties in a row.
Wow.
And now Team Ego's broke.
What an interesting.
I don't understand
I don't
what's
know
happening.
What's happening. This is not how Valorant is supposed to be played. But
The one rifle
no.
just takes an op in a 1v1, and then Happy with the Headhunter shows why Chamber's never not dangerous, and now Ego's got to go for their own thrifty and their own save round. Surely there's not 4 in a row. Right?
Right.
Surely the attack side with a severe weapons advantage is gonna take this round. Surely.
Right? Question mark.
Right? I'm not sure if I'm trying to
Well, I
which
guess we're gonna
direction I'm
see.
trying to caster curse this in at this point. Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Oh no, Spider already with an entry, but Asu at least says get the trade, and Asu finds a second as they entry onto the B bomb site from heaven and from B main.
We got
But
players on either
Vincent
of
with
those
a nice tap, Suni from behind. No, Suni, there's no point. There we go. Does get the spray down as the Seekers comes out, and now the Cosmic Divide is going to make things a little bit more difficult from Gyros, who decide to fall back, but the Seekers already chasing down and trying to follow it up is Cresso. Playing very aggressively. I don't know if he knows that he's coming from behind. Happy though, does find the kill, but it's a Ped that finds the headshot, and now with the op in hand, things have become just a little bit easier for him. Or sorry, the Phantom, I guess, but Euro already bounced back over to the A bomb site, and that's the spike planted down. Ped gonna make things very difficult for him. I don't know if he knows that.
He
Suni's
knows.
playing
Oh,
in
he
this
doesn't
corner.
know.
No, you
He's
didn't
getting
clear.
knifed.
No, Suni. Knife. The disrespect from him. A Ped goes down in Euros.
I mean, that's how we
Make it
break.
A little bit scary from that.
That's how we
the
break
Rifty on
the
side of Ego, but I
four
guess-
consecutive, three consecutive thrifty rounds with a knife. Something,
guess
I
so.
mean, I guess we really are trying to send Split off with a bang. Again, this is potentially the last VDC match we see on Split for a little while, at least until Riot, you know, patch her up and ship her back into the competitive map pool. So, I guess knife kills and way too many thrifties in a row is how
You want to
Split
play?
wants to be
Let's
sent
play.
out. Still, we're only 5 rounds in.
Okay.
It's still the first half of the first half.
This is already a very interesting match. I mean, considering again, you guys are going to remove Split, and now Arnie is going to get removed. Happy takes him out with the Tour de Force, and Euro's trying to make something happen again, trying to keep consistency in this round, and that's what is going to come from Happy with a double. Isu as well, finding that pick onto Aped, and now
One
Isu gonna
enemy
have
remaining.
a very hard time as Happy picks up his triple. And now Cresso in a bit of a bad situation.
A bit. I think
5
that's an
members,
understatement.
I think.
5 members, 4 ultimates.
I mean, what is he really gonna? I think he's just gonna have to save here. So
It doesn't look like he's interested in even attempting,
You're
which
right,
is
yeah.
the correct call. What are you gonna do? It's 1v5.
Yeah, I mean
That operator out of Happy's
again,
made,
Euro,
or the Tour de Force rather,
right.
made so much space for them. They just took sight. He just walked out and killed 2 people. 3 really.
that's
I mean, you
just-
shot Vincent in the
that's
back,
just
but
Chamber. That's
it's just
like,
Chamber,
what
but
can I
also
say?
just Ego. Like no utility to play off of it. Not good enough on the crosshair placement.
Get out of here.
Cresso good enough there, but still might get hunted. Couple of consolations, but
I mean,
when
that's
somebody
what
walks
you-
into your team with an op and kills, I mean, a Tour de Force, whatever, and kills 3 of your teammates, it's kind of like, well, I guess that round's over, huh? Like, the Euros didn't do a whole lot with utility. Chu manages to sneak into vents, might have used a little bit of the Euro utility to get past the trademark, but I don't even think he needed to do that. He's going to force Ego onto the light by again. Cressa will have the hero rifle, but otherwise a Judge, a Stinger, and Classic and a Sheriff. They got the whole mixed bag. They're going to go through the whole thing. And actually, though, they got a set play here. They're going to push forward with Cresso. Just 1, though.
Only able to find 1, but 2
Spike
kills
down
already
A.
on the side of Euros and Team Ego. Doing a lot of damage for the fact that this should be not in their favor. Spider with the Classic. We've seen what the Classic can do, so I guess we can't really count him out.
Does
here
Vincent
as-
not realize he has a gun?
I guess not. Spider
Last
tries to
player
swing
standing.
out, and Vincent with the Phantom as well finally realizes, but a little bit too late as it goes down to
Spike
Happy,
planted.
and now Arnie.
That was
Again, in,
unfortunate. Went down to a player who couldn't see it.
Aye.
Ooh. Finds that tap and a little bit of the disrespect, but come on, you have to go on top of the body to teabag it. Come on now, Arnie. You can't just teabag nothing.
Well, he's got to find a way to work back into the site. This round is doable. Yeah, it's 1v2. Yeah, the spike's planted in a really open position, but hey, there's a chance.
Yeah, there's a chance. I don't like. You should not
Kinda.
count yourself out just yet.
With everything that's online for his opponents, it's gonna get really difficult, especially Suni being on Rafter. That'll do it. Gyros now starting to put something together again, and Ego, a defensive side that looks planned, looks prepared, isn't good enough. It hasn't been. After all the thrifty madness, we're just settling into heroic Gyro dominance, and if Ego can't start finding anything, can't start biting back at all, they're just gonna slip away in this series as they did in the first two maps. I mean, it would be just a slip away in the whole series. They'd be down, it'd be over. Championship would be in the hands of the heroic Gyros, who, I mean, they're looking to make a statement game here.
Now Gyros making a lot of noise up at
I'll
B,
handle
but
this.
Vincent is the one who goes
Here.
down here. Now
Not just
Achu with the dimensional drift. Now knows that there's a Torta Force in the back of the
Spike
bomb
down,
site.
B.
Presso does find the kill into Maz, but it's a trade with the showstopper. Now the Tees with the res.
Arnie.
Does pick Maz back up, but Arnie with a nice head tap with the headhunter. Now a head also trying to make something happen, but Suni up towards heaven can't find the trade. Now they're going to be relinquishing the B take here as they try to rotate onto A, but it's already too late as Ego. Two members already pushed up. Happy gonna have to teleport out, and they know that Aped probably already pushed up.
Oh,
But
no
Suni
way.
pushing out, unable to get killed there. Maz finds Arnie and tries to get the satchel swing, finds the third.
Rez does come through though, and all three players are low. Maz at half health, the other two just a
Yes.
whisper. But do they have rifles, these two Team Ego players? Think so. Got some utility as well. Vincent's got flashes. Gonna come in close on
no,
the angle.
Maz.
The trade as well. How many? That's the second time that a heroic Gyro player, presumably full blind. I don't know if that full flashed Maz there, given how far the Hawk went by him, but have just found a kill, full flashed in the past 2 rounds. Vincent is
You know, I can't
probably
count
like,
the amount of times that has happened to me, so
I mean, but it's twice in 2 rounds in a grand final. Vincent's got to be screaming at the air at this point. That's so frustrating. Potential rounds they could have converted out of close post-plant situations, and twice they just get absolutely punished for it. Or not even punished, just absolutely unlucky. I mean, some element, obviously good crosshair placement, especially by Maz in that last one, but heartbreaking. And now Spider. Spider-Man jumping down,
trying to make
finds
the grab
both!
happen. Finds 2 with the shorty, with the double barrel shotgun, and now Cresso with the judge as well. And it has all fallen apart for Gyro.
That's gonna note Suni close, he's so low.
Suni's down to Cresso, and what just happened?
We
Cresso
saw
with the double kill on the judge and the double kill
we
on
saw
the short, like
we saw some Spider
happened?
shenanigans
Oh
with the
my
Grim
goodness.
Wall. We only saw really one of those when we cast the last series on Bind. If you remember, he took down an off with a classic because of his wall, and that was far and away one-upping that. Highlighted the series, but is it enough? They'll take the flawless round to swing momentum back in their favor. I think that would have been a thrifty if the flawless wasn't taking precedence there, but still, third on the board. Huge double kill with the shorty, big plays. Is it enough? Is it going to get momentum in their
Let's
favor
see
finally?
now.
Ego's really not strung together that many rounds in any of the maps. And they're going to need to at some point in this one if they want to take it.
yeah, I mean that was just a complete turnaround for Ego. I did not think shotguns could have that much presence on this, or sorry, for this game for them, but apparently it does, and so does the op as Arnie finds that first kill.
And then hits a bunch of backwards B-hops for no reason. Okay. I guess they're keeping it light, our team Ego. Spirit's still high.
Back.
Spirit's still high despite the O2 deficit. Spider will take another head off, so maybe there is momentum in their favor. Suni trying to take a duel, and this is where we've seen some things fall apart for Ego on both this map and the previous. Really all the maps. They've been getting numbers advantages and over-peaking off of them.
but now the orbital strike does find Apehead, and Suni finds another one onto Spider as now the bomb goes down, and now
Spike planted.
a bit easier for Gyros with that double kill. But Ego do have the opportunity to retake this bomb site, especially with that
They're getting
Sky
wrapped.
utility.
They're getting wrapped. Nobody's looking. They're getting wrapped and nobody's
no,
looking.
Maz, no way! The
Player
knife
standing.
and the kill, but Arnie finds the trade, and now it's Suni in a 1v1 in what should have been a lost round for Euros. Now something just a little bit more winnable, playing inside the smoke. I don't know if Arnie expects this. No, he does not. The triple from Suni and the knife.
A 5v3, a 3v2, a knife kill. Ego are just they can't convert numbers advantages. They are
I know.
two players go down there stuck on site. They were trying to play together, but they weren't accounting for the orbital strike. There was like no utility available or invested by anybody to slow down the hit. And then just they lose track of Maz, and Maz gets two. I thought he was gonna go for a double knife there. Wisely pulled out the Vandal, and things are just Ego's just grasping at anything, and sometimes they find it, and then sometimes in the very same round they lose it. 1 for 1 so far in this round, and Happy wants to just run at Cresso. That is not a good idea.
Spike down A.
So Arnie finding yet another kill.
Number is now in their
Now
favor.
Euros again.
They cannot lose this round.
They
like
can't
did
throw
the
this,
last
right?
couple. Right. I mean, not even they can't. If they do, I mean, that twice in a row. I mean, we're looking at series breaking, or at least map breaking mistakes.
One enemy remaining.
Cresso shutting down one.
Not willing to give an inch.
Yeah, hopefully that should button things up. Suni's also on lower health. No way he finds
Oh
both.
no.
There's no way he makes this competitive. There's no way he wins this, surely. Well, he's gonna have the orbital strike back online if he gets spiked down on B, and there's nobody there watching. It's
Yeah,
still a
30
long
seconds
shot.
left.
He's still only got 20 hit points. There might be a wall available. I don't think there's a wall available, but there is a cosmic divide. He's gonna go for the open plant potentially.
Now with orbital strike, things have gone so much easier for him, and now he's wrapping around towards CT. I don't know if they know this is what's gonna happen. Spider, I think they might believe that he might be playing towards B main, but Spider does have a little bit of a clue. The orbital strike does come down, and now Suni in a very nice position to try to defend this, and Abed trying to stick the bomb plan. Suni dropping down from the heavens to try to get that spray down, but Abed
That's why you
putting on
smoke the
his
spike.
toes to get off that.
That is
Yeah,
why
that was
you
a really-
smoke the spike and you don't smoke the lane. I mean, they smoked heaven as well. They were aware that some kind of weird rap play would come in.
Last round
I
before
think
the switch.
Suni should have gone for the more typical plant for garage there. Maybe could have
Absolutely.
pulled off the impossible. Thankfully for Team Ego, they didn't throw that one. They didn't manage to lose that one. 4v1 it would have been. It would have been an ace clutch out of Suni, or at least, you know, close to it if the time had played in his favor. Ego, again, just... I mean, they haven't put together 2 rounds in a row on this map, and they desperately need to do so at some point. I mean, they literally have to. They cannot win without it, so... Looking to get something into this round. There's a bit of a lighter buy from the Heroic Heroes. You see that Judge coming out, and... Oh, no, Happy. That's dirty.
They are so dead.
Finds a nice kill onto Spider, who makes so much impact, and so this might be not very good for Team Ego, and that is also not good as well. The 24ers finds a kill onto Abed. Fortunately, now
It's
Vincent
another
trying to
Happy
enter into
round.
the bomb site, but a
One
triple
enemy remaining.
from Happy.
He finally got
He
traded
takes him
out,
out.
but...
Spike planted.
The captain for Team Ego here, Cresso, on the raise, has to be able to come through here. They need it.
But they know, I think they know that he's playing up towards heaven, and Suni trying to go for another knife, but Cresso turns around and forced to whip out the Vandal.
It
and
looks
that's-
too
Switching
easy.
sides.
It looks too easy for the Euros.
Yeah.
No sweat. Happy walks in, takes a head off, pulls out the tour de force, walks up, takes 2 more. And again, the trend continues. Ego hasn't put together 2 rounds in a row. They find themselves down 8-4. Yeah, it's a little better than last time, but it's still a huge mountain to climb on a defensive map where you don't really have the most attack-sided comp. I mean, they have the raids at least this time, but it's so many rounds that they're gonna need. It's possible, but if it's possible, and if they pull this off, the reward is map 4, right? Like, this isn't even for the series. Ego is struggling so much. They've struggled on all 3 maps in a similar fashion. They've got to pull something out here if they want any chance. If not, the Heroic Heroes, their hot streak of performance, and not even hot streak, but their excellent performance in this series is going to close things out, I mean, in a blink. Oh, no way.
But, ooh.
What? Spider's not even
Say,
looking!
Ego. What? Spider, turn around!
Apes just got
Okay,
picked
I
off,
guess.
lurking.
Okay.
I got
This
this
is
spike.
rough. This looks like a little bit of a mental lapse for Ego.
Last player standing.
Ooh,
Spike
well.
down
just
mid.
happy things and trying to find the right click, but Arnie does get that and gets the BM, but come on, can't teabag too soon. You still have 3 members of Gyros to find. Has the ghost in hand, knows that Maz is playing up towards Vents and finds his second in this clutch. Might be trying to make something happen. The fake drop to
That position
get
by
the
a
sign
2
Q.
on this rope over here is so
30
dangerous.
seconds left.
Arnie might clear it, but the odds
don't
are
know
so
if he
low.
will.
The odds are
One
so
enemy.
low. Oh, he does
wait,
actually
why?
turn it. Achu misses.
Asu, all you had to do was shoot your gun, but he didn't, and now somehow Arnie has made this extremely winnable with still 3 bullets.
Oh, the
in his
timing.
Headhunter and
Woo.
the ghost as well.
He's gonna get smoked off.
Timing works in his favor.
Oh, he's just sprinting though. Look, he's not worried.
Oh, wow.
And I think he's
Wait,
gonna
no.
be too late. I don't think he's gonna
No,
make it in
Suni.
time. Even knife out, Suni doesn't
Suni's gonna
seem
stick it.
nervous.
Nah, Suni's just gonna
His
stick
timing
it
is
and
close. It's not enough though.
Arnie, the aim. All aim, but no brain from him as
Well, it was he
The
tried.
ninth
He
round
overthought
goes to
himself.
Gyro.
It was a great idea,
Yeah.
but Suni, even with the bad smoke, like that was not a good smoke at A main or B main. Just completely called the bluff.
Yep.
Stuck it all the way through. Figured, oh, if he's coming, he's gonna spam me with the ghost. He must have picked up the read as soon as he was like, oh, I'm not getting shot. Yeah, he must be looping all the way around. Heartbreaking for Ego. That was almost a chance to get back. But it feels like this is what's been happening the whole series. They get potential chances, close rounds they're favored in, and then they just slip. Once they've slipped away, well, they don't come back. You can only let so many of those go before the round is just over. And oh, this noise bait by Achu is actually very interesting. Teeds will find 1, Teeds will find
enemy
2.
remaining.
Yeah, Achu, I think, broke through the walls, taking 1 down. It's on to Cresso with, I believe, just the classic as well. They want to knife him. He's going to run out of bullets eventually, and Happy's also going to run up on him. Another knife. Is that 3 on the map for the Heroic Gyros? They're making this effortless. I mean, this is a grand final. This shouldn't look this easy. And I know Team Ego is a team that puts a lot of effort into the VDC. They spend they spend time practicing. They clearly had some plans coming into this series, and they are just unraveling. Heroic Heroes, all of their players are having the time of their lives. A lot of them are absolutely popping off. Happy in this map in particular, the MVP just absolutely destroying everybody. And this looks less close than the first 2 maps, and that's saying a lot because even though the score lines were 13-7, which is by all means a theoretically average score, they didn't feel that close.
There they are.
Heroic Heroes,
Satchel
they're
out.
just playing with their food at
Satchel
this
out.
point. They're just absolutely dominating this grand final. And Maz having the time of his life with the double satchel, but Team Ego is having none of it. Finds the 3 and from the flank, Achu tries to get a flank there, does
Cutting
teleport out with the judge, and somehow 2 members of Team Ego go down, and he's trying to double back for
They
another
have
kill, but now the rotation coming in from the sewer side.
Another man advantage.
Yo.
We saw this on Ascent a few times on their attack side. Obviously, first time we've seen it on their split attack side. They need to convert this. I mean, I don't have to say that. I think it's obvious by the scoreline.
Player standing.
And thankfully happy. I mean, that's a mistake
Spike planted.
by Eco. Yeah, they win the duel, but if Vincent goes down there, there's no trade available. That's just over peaking, over aggression. Works out, but
Yeah, luckily he won that aim duel, but now Achu with the Guardian hand, what can he do? Now he's gonna be delayed just a little bit. He's gonna spot out Vincent, but he's gonna get peeked by 2. Spider sprays him down. They find a 5th round, but Gyros, I feel like they were kind of just playing around that during that time. I don't know.
yeah, they're on their guns here now, so they're more favored, and Happy's even going to be on the tour de force, and that's a menacing sound to be hearing ringing out based on what it did in the first half. He's 18-10. It's the bare minimum again for Migo. They had to win. They can't allow Heroic Heroes to take that bonus round. They keep 3 up. That's about what you need.
You want to play? Let's play.
And I'm dueling tour de forces here, and Cresso's already dead. What in?
Okay.
Where did he die from? What?
You know, I wish I could answer that. Oh, it was at 8 main.
Yeah, I see where he died.
I found it with the op.
My question was, where did he die from? Oh, this is just
I
falling
have no
apart.
clue, but it doesn't really matter.
2 are turned around.
Ready.
Yep, Arnie with a tour de force can make something happen here, but I don't know if Matt
One
should try
enemy
to keep this.
remaining.
But the timing, Arnie lets his guard down for literally half a second, and Maz capitalizes on that, but now Apehead knows that there's one playing behind him. The Teats trying to find the timing there, gets the slow orb, but now Apehead playing very aggressively here, putting some utility down, and Teats has no clue that he's trying to aggress towards CT here. But now the wall goes up, and they do have the bomb, so now, I mean...
I still can't get over it. Where did that kill come from? How do you kill someone in that position off the roof? They want to knife him. I think they're gonna think better of it at some point. Oh goodness.
Teats does find that kill.
How did they find this first pick? I'm really curious because I don't know an angle that was like off barrier drop.
Anyone need anything?
I don't know. I'm very curious. Maybe we'll get a clip from Happy's perspective someday. Who I'm sure is grinning ear to ear, or maybe not. Maybe he's a silent killer type, but absolutely dominant on this map. Ego actually have enough money to buy here. That's their saving grace, but it's at least 7 of the next 8 that they have to get. The Euros just need 2.
Yeah, they're so close to winning this series. And they are gonna relinquish the bomb. Gyros just oozing with confidence. And Asu trying to make something happen with the judge yet again. Suni finds that spray down Spider, somehow does not secure that kill, and now the orbital strike
Took a huge chunk out of Benson. It took a huge chunk out of Benson, though. Okay,
no kill, but the
Achu
damage
got
is there.
extremely over aggressive, and Ape is gonna find the teeth as well over peaking. Maybe a little bit of hubris coming in from the heroic heroes. Perhaps something to be found for Team Ego, at least in this round. Hopefully in this map for them. They've got, again, got to take this to keep the series live. They're down 0-2. This is just a best of 5. We're not in the best of 7 business
left
around here. Spike is planted. They have a numbers advantage. This has historically not really been that helpful for them in this series, and that's why Suni finds the first.
Suni.
Matt's about to find the second as well.
Sprays down the second.
You are divided.
But Apeta able to trade for 1, and now it's down
One
to
enemy
2 on
remaining.
2. With the Cosmic Divide as well.
One
Matt
enemy
and Happy
remaining.
trying to swing out straight through. Cresso goes down, and now Aped, not a lot of HP to work with. Does rendezvous out of there, but the bomb is taking very, very quickly. Happy gonna have to make something happen here.
Oh, he couldn't get it to
Find the
half.
stick, but couldn't get the half though.
No time. Barely no
There's
time.
No time. Unfortunately,
Just enough of the bag of tricks there for
Yep.
the side of Team Ego and for... I forget who was that alive. Was that Cresso? That wasn't Cresso. Cresso's on Raze. Aped. It was aped. Okay. Manages to pull things out. Well played in the clutch situation. Happy tried to overthink him as well. He actually had the read on what I thought was happening. As he swung around the pillar, he thought Aped was going to walk behind the Cosmic Divide and hide behind it to buy more time. And Happy tried to rendezvous back into heaven to shoot him from the backside. And it almost worked, but Aped didn't quite walk that far back ever. Was willing to take the fight. Smart plays by both. Ego again, just hanging on by their fingernails at this point. And that's already starting to hurt. Oh, how is he still alive? How is Achu still alive? Presto's just running on him with a knife out. Are we having an honor battle in the finals? This is an honor battle.
so.
One enemy remaining.
And
Oh
meanwhile,
my goodness,
Spike
Maz.
down A.
he
A
just
double with
gets
the judge.
I
I
don't know what just happened.
This is a game. This is a perfect
Match
send-off
point.
for Split.
I guess. I mean, there was obviously the honor battle, then somebody knifed somebody, and then a gun was pulled, and the honor battle ended very quickly. Okay. My analysis is missing. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Ego needs 6 in a row. I don't know how much they have left in the tank. Euro's on match point.
You're just having the time of their
I've
life
got your
here.
trail.
I mean, what can you really do? The team
this could
does
be it.
have a res, but the Seekers gonna get
pushed.
slowed down. Huge delays from them, and Asu from the flank does find one, but gets traded out by Arnie, and now does have another Vandal in hand, but Happy. On the
There's
flank
3
with the
players
Guardian. I don't
just
know if they're
flanking.
gonna
The
be
heroic
seeing-
heroes are doing whatever they want with
Yes.
the map.
Force ready.
And they're about to find a
And now
free
on the
one.
flank, trying to find the taps, and Happy does open up with one. Maz with the double
enemy
satchel.
It's all under
Pushes his
Cresto.
way into
1v3.
B main, and what is Cresto gonna do? Well, he can start.
They want
off
to
with that
knife him
with the
again.
judge. They're trying to
They've
go
got
for a
knives
knife.
out.
Do not
Oh
fight.
my goodness, the Teats with the spray
Defenders
down,
win.
and that is it.
Now to mend what we have
Euros
broken.
3-0 Ego
No charges
in
left.
this series, and they take the grand finals.
I don't.
And
Okay. My head hurts after those last few rounds. I think Ego's mental might have fallen off a cliff a bit, or they just gave into the shenanigans.
Yeah, well, honestly, I feel like it didn't even matter. They still took it, even with those. They played shenanigans for literally the second half of that game, and they still won.
I mean, they
It
played
just shows how
shenanigans that whole
dominant
map. There were.
Well, I guess that's it. Oh.
Apologies for the silence. My mic came unplugged, and VMix doesn't like that. I will now actually do our outro. Congratulations to the Heroic Heroes, to the Omnipotent Sandwiches for taking the Premier Championship 3-0 fashion. It was convincing on all 3 maps, showing that they are the best team in the tier. And from myself, from Kudetama, from Mechatronic, who joined me on the cast for map 1, from Josh and Trisente, who observed, and from Univeth on production, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is our second to last series of the season. We'll be bringing you contender finals on Sunday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And that'll do it. That will be the season for the VDC. We got one more finals left. Again, congratulations to the Heroic Heroes. Thank you all so much for joining us, and have a great night.
Thank you guys. Good night.